everybody, and thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Today I have a very special process video for you. So this is me making a bunch of different snow and cocoa shakers, and I made these off camera. All I did was I took a piece of tulle and then sewed it on top of different pieces of paper from the collection, and then before I sewed them all the way shut, I added different pieces. I added some sequins, some of those little gold balls from Hobby Lobby, and then I sewed them shut. Then after I trimmed down the tulle, and this is going to be me decorating them, so I'm showing you all the different pieces that I'm going to be using to decorate them with. I have the Snow and Cocoa sticker sheet, ephemera, chipboard, and the paper pad. And yeah, so I'm starting right ahead with the video. This is me decorating the first one. This is the biggest one that I had, so I thought it might be an easy way to start off. So as you can see, I'm going through some of the tags from the collection, and I know that I wanted to use a bigger piece to decorate this one with because the other ones are smaller, so I was going to have to use the smaller pieces on the smaller ones, and I didn't want to have to use up all the small pieces. Hope that makes sense. But yeah, I was just kind of looking through, finding some different stuff. I stapled that banner piece to this ephemera piece, and then I needed something else, so then I started going through the sticker sheet and looking for different like labels and stuff that I could layer behind it, and I found this Christmas tree and I thought that looked really cute in the background, so I put that on there. And then I also really like this phrase sticker, so I laid that right across the bottom of the little cluster, and I'm going to glue that down. And you'll see that I put all of the sequins and everything inside the shaker at the very top before I glue it down, because sometimes if you glue it down on top of it and you're using hot glue, everything's just going to stick to the glue and then it's not going to really shake around anymore. So I still wanted there to be some movement, so that's why I did it at the very bottom that's why I put all the sequins at the top instead of gluing it right on the top of them. So I also I felt like it was still a little bit empty, so I just added a piece of trim to the top, and you'll see it took me a few seconds to find which one I wanted to use, but I thought this looked really cute and it matched the colors really well, so I went with the little tassel one. So I glued that down, and that was it for that one. And I was all done after I trimmed it up, and this is what it looked like. So yeah, thought this one was really cute. And moving on to my next one, like I said, this one is going to be a bit smaller. I did zoom it in just a little bit so that it was easier to see. And I like the way that the trim looked at the top of the other one, so I wanted to try that again. And I used this very fluffy piece of trim and put that right at the top. And then for trim that off, and then for the actual embellishment of this one, I wanted to go with something simple since I already had that trim on there. And so I went straight to my wood veneer pieces as well as a chipboard, and I really liked the way that this cold looked, so that was exactly what I ended up doing. I didn't really add much else. I just glued it down with some hot glue, put it on there, and then I was done. So this one actually, for some reason, this one ended up being my favorite, even though it was so simple. I just really love that wood veneer piece, and I love like the font of it, so I was naturally attracted to that. And it took some fiddling to get the glue down perfectly, but you'll see it at the end, it worked out. So for this next one, I knew that I wanted to use one of these frames, and I really liked the way the gold looked, and it kind of made the little golden balls in the shaker stand out, so I decided to use that one. And this is me just trying to find something to put on top of the frame that's not going to take away from the shaker itself, because sometimes if you put too much stuff, then you can't really see like what's behind it or even tell what it is. So I wanted to make sure that as I was putting stuff down, I wasn't covering up too much of the sequins. And if you see the ink on my finger, just ignore that. That was actually from work. It wasn't even from me crafting before this. We have like a stamp gun that stamps the dates on lots of stuff, so whenever I was trying to reload it and refill it, I got ink all over my hands. So luckily I was able to wash most of it off, but there was a little bit of a scar, I guess we could say, left from where the ink had got on my hands. But yeah, moving on to the next one. This one came along really easily. I just stapled a tag to a couple smaller ephemera pieces. This is a set that I got from Tuesday Morning, and it's not from the Snow and Cocoa collection, but it did really go with it. I felt like it matched perfectly, like the pinks and the blue colors. So yeah, and then I just added a phrase sticker from the sticker set, and that was it for that one. Moving along with the next one, this was another piece from that set that I got from Tuesday Morning, and I really like the way that the pink tied in with the pink houses behind it. So I added a piece of trim to the top, and then added that pink sweater on, and then I think I added a phrase sticker. Maybe I didn't for this one, I can't remember. But yeah, and that was it. Another really simple one. Like I said, I like to keep it simple with these shakers just because if you add too much, it kind of takes away from like what's going on, and it just kind of looks like a piece of paper with some ephemera pieces on it, you know, rather than an actual shaker. So I try to keep little bits of space so you can still see the sequins and all that. So moving on to my next one. I had pre-made this cluster from the sticker sheet, and then I also have a banner punch, and I punched my own banner out of the sticker sheet, out of the paper, sorry, and then added that behind the one from the sticker sheet. So I really like the way that that looked, and then I'm just looking for something that I can layer this on top of because I felt like it still was kind of missing something. So I added another frame from the Snow and Cocoa collection, and then I added this cluster bride on top, and I thought that was perfect, and it tied it all in together. So that was all I did for that one. Moving on to the next one. I really like these wood veneer pieces, but I wasn't sure if they were going to fit all the way. So I was playing around with some other ideas that I had. I really liked the way that the snowflake looked, and I wanted to find something to put in front of it. But this is another example of what it looks like if you cover too much up. You can't really see what's going on in the background. So I ended up taking the snowflake and the cut apart off of there and just tried to find something else that I could use. So I put another piece of the tassel trim on the top of this shaker, and then I added excuse me, I cannot talk today. I added more wood veneer pieces to this one, and it just says burr. So another really simple shaker, but I like making them more simple too because they're faster to create. Sometimes if it takes you a really long time for a more simple project, it just kind of makes you lose motivation and not want to make them anymore. So I think all in all, this before I edited the video down, I think it was 42 minutes. So it took me about 42 minutes to make all of these shakers, which I don't think is bad at all. I've worked a lot. It's taken me a lot longer on some of the other projects I've been working on. So this was like a breath of fresh air, kind of quickly putting some stuff together that you can send out to your pen pals. And these would also be really cute if you like attach string to the back of them and maybe turn them into ornaments or something that they could hang on their walls or something like that. I just kept them how they are and figured that they could send them to their pals if they wanted to, or if they wanted to use them as a decoration, they could do that as well. So for this one, I punched 2 more banner pieces out of the Snow and Cocoa paper, and then I added these stickers that said "Oh So Cold." I was looking around for something similar but was smaller, but I couldn't find anything, so I just used those stickers, and I like the way that those looked. I should have hot glued them down though, because I will say I lost the L in cold and I can't find it anywhere, so I'll have to change that one around in a little bit. But yeah, moving on to my last shaker. This is the last one that I have, and I filmed the process video. I filmed a separate process video of me decorating the vellum shakers, but somehow I lost all of the footage. So I did still have one vellum shaker left, and I thought, you know, why not include that in this video? It's still just as fun. But yeah, this is what they look like once they are all completed. It's not in any sort of order, just kind of going through and showing you what they look like. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I know it was pretty short, not that interesting to watch. It's kind of stuff that everybody already knows how to do, but I thought it'd be fun just to come on and talk to you guys and say hello. And this is the first Christmas project that I've worked on this year, so having that done feels really good, and being able to send these out to my pen pals is going to be great. And I would love to hear what you guys are working on as far as Christmas and holiday crafts go. I know a lot of people are working on a December daily album this year. I am as well, and I'm hoping to be posting videos and pictures of that pretty soon. But yeah, I'd love to hear about what you guys are working on as well. So thanks for watching. Bye.